Hello everyone. I've had a lot of amazing and emails from people that the video I did yesterday was really supportive and to them about my breastfeeding journey coming to an end. So I wanted to share an update on where we're at, because I think it's useful when we talk about these things and we verbalize what the situation is and how we can support each other and help each other, and through experience we can understand the process a little bit better. So it was interesting yesterday because we've stopped obviously doing the feeding through the day. And yesterday my son was out all day and he came back at 5:30 and hadn't had that before, where he was out and then came back and wasn't able to feed. So he got really angry and really upset, and it was hard. It was a really tricky situation. So I held him through it and supported him, and I listened to his needs. I told him I heard him and I understood what he was feeling, and I understood that he was angry, but that we had a deal. He only had Booby at bedtime, and that's the deal, and that's the agreement we've got. So I kept holding him through it, and I kept saying, it's okay, I understand. I hear that you're angry, I hear that you're frustrated, but I love you and I'm here to give you love and support. But that's not what's happening. And I stayed really calm. In the past, I felt myself getting riled up as he gets upset. I felt myself getting upset, but I didn't. I stayed really calm and I breathed. And I knew he was okay. And I just trusted the process. And I kept saying, it's okay, I understand and I hear you, and it's okay to be upset. But this is what's happening. And within about 10 minutes, he just stopped. He stopped crying, he stopped being angry, and was just totally fine. And it was brilliant because he worked through it. He worked through his emotions without me giving him my boob, which is what I've done in the past so often. So it was an amazing journey, and it was brilliant for me to stay calm and stay centered and just to breathe through it and to say, it's okay, and you're safe. And I think that's the thing that they want to know the most, that they're held and they're safe. And through that process of knowing that, and me staying calm and me not rising to it, and me staying in the space of holding him through his pain so he can feel it. Because I think that's something, and it's not just about breastfeeding, it's about everything. We want to take away our children's pain. We want to take away their suffering. We want to make it end. We want to make everything better instantly. And that's not serving them. We have to teach them how to move through it themselves. We have to teach them that it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to show emotions, because emotions have to come out. And that in that they're still loved and they're held. And I think we all need that, don't we? We all need to be able to express emotions and be able to say it's okay, it's safe to express those emotions, and no one's going to judge you or think any less of you because of that. So that's what we did yesterday, and today's another day on finishing the breastfeeding journey, and I feel really good about the decision. I think that's what you have to do. You have to get to the point where you want to make that choice, where you really have your intention clearly set, and you know why you're doing it, and you know ultimately it's the best thing for all of you to move on in that moment. And I've come to that point, and I think you have on any breastfeeding journey the ups and downs, where sometimes you're ready to finish, sometimes you're not. You know, sometimes you're just exhausted and think, oh God, I wish this would end. But it's a long slog, the end game. I think the coming off it is that gradual process so that everyone gets used to it. And for me, breastfeeding has been such a joy. I'm so honoured that I've been able to breastfeed all my 3 children. And I know some people can't, and I just feel very honoured that I've been able to, and that I've had that experience, and that I've done it for as long as I can and as long as I feel they need. And 18 months for my first child, 4 years old for my second, and it'll be 3 for my third child. And as I said in yesterday's video about finishing, it's all about communication. I mean, that's life, isn't it? It's all about communication, and it's about honouring where each other's at for everything, and that applies so much in today's time, doesn't it? We have to honour where everyone's at in their decisions about whatever it is. and communicate with an open heart as much as we can. We don't always manage, but as much as we can, we need to do that. So I hope that's been helpful for people. I know so many people sent me messages. I got so many emails yesterday saying how helpful and useful it was, me sharing my ending of my breastfeeding journey. So I wanted to keep sharing from a place of realness, because, you know, it's not going to necessarily be all sunshine and roses, but if we can support each other, and if we can all share what works for us and what doesn't, and what we've had success in, then I think that would be brilliant. So I feel really pleased that yesterday I got through that challenge in a calm way and was able to hold my space and hold his space so he could feel those emotions and watch him come through the other side of those emotions really quickly without me giving in to feeding him. And I felt that empowered him on his growth. So if you're on your breastfeeding journey, or finishing your breastfeeding journey, or thinking about it, then communicate, just talk about it, and when you feel the decision's right, then make it from a space of love and strength, and know that you can hold that space for your child to move through and transition into that next phase. And if anyone wants any advice, obviously I'm only giving it from a space of what I've experienced, but I'm here. Lots of love.